did anyone have a chance to take a look at IGN's 10 best fighting games?
I did.
Of all time.
Yeah.
So let me read through the list here. We have Mortal Kombat. I'm going to call it MK9.
It's MK9.
At number 10, we've got Skullgirls at number 9. Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown at number 8. Killer Instinct at number 7. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at 6. King of Fighters 13 at 5. Dragon Ball FighterZ 4. Tekken 7 3. Guilty Gear Strive 2. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike at 1. This feels like someone who doesn't play fighting games made this list.
Yeah, no, there's definitely like I generally, if you tried to ask the fighting game community for a list like this, there would not only would there be a lot more infighting and divisiveness, but like this generally feels like someone who like likes the FGC and studies the FGC, but like was trying to write an essay on like, okay, what are games everyone would agree with? But like, you know, like this feels like someone did their homework, but like it still doesn't feel like this is the authentic list that like someone who played fighting games all the time would put out. You know what I mean? Like KOF 13 is the sprite work is beautiful, but I don't think it's anyone's favorite KOF. I could be wrong, but I know a lot of other people would either say like 98, 2002.
I mean, I think 13 is.
I feel like this list isn't super far off.
Also,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think someone did their homework. I just don't think it's accurate 100%.
Also, here it says they've excluded platform fighters such as Smash Bros. Because
Smash Bros would have dominated.
It excluded
a couple slots.
It's important enough list to be on a list of its own. That's okay. I get it, but
this is its own thing. You know what I mean? We're not gonna put it on this list. Because,
in my personal opinion, it should be ranked with everything else.
Fair enough.
I get it. It doesn't need a list. What are you gonna fucking make a list for? Platform fighters? No, it's a fighter. It deserves to be on the 10 best. And if you think so, if you think Smash isn't a fighter, and if you don't think it deserves to be on the top 10, you're fucking wrong. I'm sorry.
I think it would take 2 slots. I think Ultimate would take a slot, and I think Melee would take a slot.
I would be...
like Smash deserves a slot on the overall, but it's like one of those things where like this is a traditional fighting games list, which I respect. Like it's not. I think they wanted to make this list for traditional fighting game players.
So with that. What do you think should be on this list?
Okay, first off, I would throw Marvel 3 right off this list and replace it with Marvel 2.
Okay, yeah. I do think a hyper fighting game should be on there, and I think arguably you could put.
Enix should move down.
I think Thunder agrees with you. She has lots of feedback into what should and shouldn't be on the list.
He's a Marvel 2 head.
Yeah.
On her face.
So in terms of a hyper fighting game, what should be on there? Because I don't know. I think Dragon Ball FighterZ is a good game, but if we're talking about the importance of one, are we talking history or are we talking about popularity? These are two different things.
I think we're literally talking about best, because I watched the video that IGN put out, and then I read the article, and they were highlighting things like mechanical depth and stuff like that. So it seems like it's not really like an influence thing. It's more of a this game is fucking amazing thing.
I mean, that's subjective. So, I mean, even that.
Well, I mean, any list is going to be subjective. It just depends on what criteria they're using.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean...
The criteria doesn't seem to be influence. It seems to be, like, their thoughts on legitimately, like, the best fighting games.
Yeah. I mean... Then
I think Third Strike belongs in number 1.
I'm always mad. I'm always mad when I see a list like this and it doesn't include SF2, which was like the grandfather.
I would say 100% SF2 should take the spot over Third Strike.
As best, because this isn't influential. This is just like
it's
games.
Look, SF2.
You think SF2 is better than Third Strike?
Listen to me. I think
more people played it.
SF2 is still SF2 is still more popular than Third Strike is historically. It's historically important and it's popular. Third Strike is a great game now. People, it's more. A lot of people still haven't played Third Strike.
Didn't start that way. People hated the first.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Third Strike at first. I do think it's a great game. I think it's fun. I just don't think, in terms of importance, it's gonna beat Street Fighter 2, because without Street Fighter 2, we wouldn't have Mortal Kombat. We wouldn't have a lot of games.
This isn't about importance. Are we making an importance list or a best games list?
I mean, I don't think you could argue that Third Strike is better than Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, I think that's like
Street Fighter Third Strike mechanically, it just blows Street Fighter 2 out of the water.
I think that's
the hipster take of like everyone loves SF3 because it is a gem, but SF2 started it all and it's a fun game.
I think that SF2 has just as much depth as Third Strike. In my personal opinion, and that's only like from watching tournaments of it. I think there's a lot that people can do. I think it's a more challenging game than Third Strike because you can get like 1 touch or 2 touch in that game. I mean, there's a lot of technique that goes into it. I don't know, man. I think you could probably make an argument for Third Strike, but I still think that Street Fighter 2 takes that slot over. I mean, just for popularity and importance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're looking at importance and popularity, you can throw out most of this list.
Well, then why is this a best list then? Like, I don't.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, what is GG Strive doing on there? It's because it's popular.
Yeah, I mean,
they're saying it's a best list. Did you watch the video? Because he goes over and explains why each one is the best, and then it also reiterates on it in the article. If you read the article, you would know his or their.
I mean, I would know
reasoning for why it's their best.
Okay,
I wish I had checked out the article, but the list
it's
itself
not by influence.
The list itself is the first thing you're going to see, and I disagree with some of that. Like a lot of people would say Plus R was a better game than Strive, so.
Exactly, and lists are subjective. That's how it comes down.
Why? You know? Okay, so do you feel attacked, Quintessence? Do you feel like no?
I feel like you're misinterpreting the list's point. That's all.
Is best? I don't think that best is. Again, you're saying best is subjective, so I can go ahead and disagree with that.
No, I'm saying the list is subjective.
Uh-huh. The list had its own logic.
The purpose of the list is this person's best fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
Not most influential.
Yes.
This person's literal like, oh, these are the games that I fucking love.
To this one person.
Fucking loves. Yes, exactly.
Oh, then
like
why
influence wise, why would you have Tekken 7 on there, right?
Okay.
I think that is, you can make an argument for that. Okay, so why is it called the 10 best fighting games then? Why is the fucking article?
We live in an age of social media.
Look at if you scroll up, you'll see at the top where he says what? No, not top, like right below. There you go.
I think it's in
our there you go. Yeah, go.
Past and present. So he's also saying he's giving time. It's a genre that requires quick thinking, twitch reflexes, and vast amount of knowledge of both your opponent's options of play at a high level. Can often seem intimidating, but some of the most recognized series pop culture, such as Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, belong to that same genre. So for our deliberation in assessing this list, we've laid out some special criteria. We've excluded platform fighters such as Smash Bros, which is fucking ignorant, as important enough to be on the list of its own.
You're not wrong.
We've only had some games representing each series Well, legacy can play a big part. We must offer a robust mechanics and still fun to play. Here's top. So what he's just saying is he doesn't fucking know anything about those other games. So okay, I'm sorry that you don't.
It's just not about influence. All right, that's what I'm saying. His list is not based on influence.
This is one guy's opinion.
But it could be older games that he enjoys, and it could be newer games.
This just sounds like this is all this one person's played, and he doesn't know anything about those games.
Fair enough.
It could be. I don't know. I didn't make the list.
Again, I think he makes a lot of... Not the choices on here aren't necessarily bad. I just don't think most people who play FGs would agree with them 100%. That said, it's not a bad list. It's a list of certainly popular in well-known fighting game. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's perfect. I wouldn't have made it this list, but I respect it. A lot of the choices definitely I think are valid. I think DBZ Fighters absolutely deserves a spot somewhere.
I would say it's in the 15.
I'd put it in the top 10.
No, I think
Dragon Ball Fighters?
I think it's a good game. But I don't think... Again, we had this conversation about the same... I feel like we just had this conversation in the podcast a little while ago.
Every 3 weeks? We have it every 3 weeks.
There
was another list earlier in the year,
that was was it the top 50? We're having the same conversation now.
This is becoming a tier list meme, homie.
Look, I think...
Tier lists are fun.
Oh,
I think Tekken 7 could be in the top 15. And again, you never mind. You could argue Tekken 3.
My vote is for Def Jam Fight for NY.
I'm just saying, Smash Bros. Doesn't belong on this list because it's not a fighting game. That's not
what they said.
My vote is.
I understand.
My vote is for Clay Fighter.
Yeah, where's Clay Fighter? Where's Clay Fighter?
Fighter's too racist.
Where's Clay Fighter on the N64?
Clay Fighter's too racist. It's too racist. We can't go there.
Are you sure Maximilian Dude didn't make this list?
He probably paid the guy to make this
list. It makes you wonder.
KI here, you got, of course, Third Strike is number 1. This guy watches Maximilian Dude. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You know he does.
I think Third Strike's a fantastic game.
It's the content treadmill, baby. It keeps on rolling.
I love Third Strike.
I think it might be one of the best fighting games ever made.
To the next top.
I think it's one of the best fighting games.
I will die on that hill.
Look, I'm just going to wrap this up. I think Third Strike is one of the best fighting games ever made. I just don't think that in terms of... I think you could probably put Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Third Strike, and Street Fighter 3... I'm sorry, 4, 2, and Third Strike. You could have those in there. Yeah. You could probably make an argument for all 3 of those. But I think that in terms of importance and popularity, Street Fighter 2 deserves to take that spot. Where without that, most of these games would not exist. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion.
I've had more fun playing 2s of the alphas. That's all I'm gonna say.
I do like Third Strike. I do know how to but I also enjoy I enjoy Street Fighter 2 Guile. I enjoy playing Alex in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, even though he sucks. It's a great game. I think parries bring a whole different world of experience to Street Fighter 2. But, I also think that in most recent games, they've taken those ideas from Third Strike and have come up with other reasons to make fireballs irrelevant. But anyway.